Ladies and gentlemen, what is up, and welcome to today's video, which is a bit of an update vlog of, what's Seatin doing in the background, because my uploads in the last few days have been incredibly dry and sporadic. Like, I've only done one video a couple of days, and some days, actually just one day, I didn't do any videos at all, which is very unlike me, very unlike my schedule, as I usually upload so much, and I wanted to explain kind of what stuff has been going on in the background and what else I'm up to, because I'm starting to get involved in some projects outside of YouTube and all sorts of like really weird and wonderful stuff that's incredibly good for me, incredibly good for my career, and I wanted to talk about that stuff and kind of let's go back to why how I got involved in this stuff in the first place. So as you guys know, I love YouTube. I love doing YouTube so much, and over the summer I decided, you know what guys, I'm gonna give a big push to do YouTube full time. And kind of, I knew what it was going to take. It was going to take 7 days a week working for like months and months on end. I predicted that I was kind of going to be at a level initially, like before I even started, my goal was 500,000 views before the end of the year. Like in December, if I can reach 500,000 views, that's enough money to kind of cover all my expenses. And then that way, I can kind of start building up and up and up. However, I greatly surpassed that. Like last month alone, we hit just under 1.5 million views. And I also had a couple of sponsored videos and like a brand deal and stuff. So I actually had significantly more income coming in than expected. So I've been, using a lot of that to kind of focus back into the channel, doing these big lavish crystal openings and buying offers and stuff to accelerate my progress in the game, while also putting quite a large amount of that money away for the end goal, guys, which my end goal, my big end game, is to eventually emigrate to America. Like, that's what I really want to do. Kind of my dream in life is to become an American citizen. I feel like just that's my place, guys. America is absolutely my place, and it's just something I've been so fixated on for the last 4 years that eventually I want to move to America. And I've kind of recently discovered this visa called an O1 visa, which is an alien of extraordinary ability, and it's a non-work based visa because, I wouldn't need employment out there. I'd be making, all of my money via my lavish online adventures and stuff that I'm doing there, but I would be bringing a huge amount of money into, well, hopefully a huge amount of money, if we do keep up the grind, guys, keep up the hard work, into the American economy. So hopefully that's something I'm kind of working towards, but it's basically like the kind of fame and achievement visa. You need to show that you've done like all the stuff and meet the criteria, and I think at the moment I kind of like loosely meet the criteria, but I'm just looking at kind of getting a bit more of a solidified portfolio, so that they look at my application and they're like, damn, you know what, this guy, he belongs here, guys. He belongs in the land of freedom. Let's just let him in. So that's something that I'm kind of working toward at the moment, and hopefully I'll have some more updates for that. I'm kind of just building like a big case file at the moment. It's nothing that I'm kind of pressing forward in the immediate future because I have a lot of stuff to focus on at the moment. And yeah, let's go into that. So about, I think it was probably around like early November, I really started to kind of feel the effects of like working like all day, just every day, just by myself for like 10 to 12 hours. Although my job in a way is very social because, I'm talking to you guys constantly on video, on Twitter, on Facebook, on email, just any platform you can imagine. The actual kind of like realistic scenario is that I'm either like, well, for a long amount of time, sat in my bedroom all day, and now I'm just kind of sat in the garden all day, isolated from the rest of humanity. Like, I don't have much. I would go like several weeks at a time without really kind of like leaving the house. Maybe I'd occasionally go out for dinner one night, but I wouldn't get out of the house very often, and I think that started to have a very negative impact on my mood. And I quickly realized, I'm gonna have to find something to do. I'm gonna have to find a hobby. I need to like get out of the house more and meet with people who are in a similar circumstance to myself and are trying to do this whole like online entrepreneur thing, and trying to make films and funny videos and stuff. And it quite nicely coincided with, I was following this viner called Hugh Samuel, who, guys, he's the best guy in the world. He's the best guy in the world, but I'm going to explain why throughout this video. So Hugh was quite a big Viner, guys, and if you've been following like social media news and stuff, you'll know that Vine, unfortunately, very recently announced they were closing down. So as soon as that news broke, I've been following him on Twitter for quite a while, and we'd exchanged like a little bit of banter and stuff. And I reached out to him and said, look, you know, I'm so sorry to hear about Vine. I've been doing YouTube for quite a few months now, and I've had like this overwhelming amount of success. And I know that kind of from Vine, you probably want to move to YouTube and Facebook and stuff. And I'd love to absolutely love to help out in any way that I possibly can, because like he's somebody that I really admire. I've been following. He's done so much great stuff. So I reached out to him, and then we met up for coffee, and then we just got along so well. So ridiculously well, just because it's really hard to describe kind of being like an online personality and a YouTuber and a content creator to somebody that's kind of like not in that world. It's a very surreal and odd thing to have kind of like these emails and lovely messages just being flooded through like all of the time. And it's just so nice to kind of like talk to somebody that can just relate to everything like that, as well as kind of the highs like that. There's also lows. There's also like mindless hate that I get on videos and live streams and stuff where people will just lay into you for no apparent reason, and it's just really nice to talk to somebody and it kind of just share stories of just crazy stuff that's happened with somebody that like completely understands from that perspective as well. So we just got along really well, and we hung out a few times and kind of you know, I've been helping him with like various projects and stuff, and we've been talking about like his career and what he's moving on to, and we're working on some stuff together. You know, I'm helping him out as much as I can, as much as I can lend my expertise, but he's incredible in terms of the amount of knowledge he has when it comes to like filmmaking, acting, directing, and all that stuff. So that's something that kind of, you know, we spoke about acting, because he's done like a lot of like really cool stuff in acting. He's been in some movies, a lot of TV shows. He's been in like, what is it? Kind of like documentaries as well, where, well, it's not documentaries, I guess. It's one of, where they kind of like reenact a certain event that's happened. So he's just got this like show reel of so much amazingly cool stuff. And I wanted to like find out a little bit more about that world, because, you know, outside of YouTube, I never really thought about myself kind of like going into acting and stuff like that. Is that something I could do with my talent showcase? I don't really think I have the face for acting, guys, like, but, you know, maybe I have the sass, maybe I have the sarcasm, and apparently my voice is quite nice for, you know, selling products, guys, on ads. So, you know, I've got that going for me. But yeah, we were talking, and we've been hanging out for like about a month and a bit now. It's really cool, and he rang me up kind of earlier this week and said, you know, because he's a production company with his friend Joe Charman, who is also quite a big Viner. He's the skills guy. If any of you guys have ever seen one of his videos on Facebook, he will just do like an absolutely like crazy trick shot. Like, the guy is incredibly talented. So yeah, kind of. So he rang me up earlier this week, and he was like, "We've got a commercial. We've been hired by Dapper Laughs, who's a UK comedian, has about 2.4 million followers on Facebook, and we're like, oh, we're shooting this commercial. We're shooting this ad with Dapper Laughs, and we need an actor with a very clear voice who can present, you know, this new thing that we're showing off. Not going to show you guys too yet. Can't reveal too much information quite yet about it, but." He was like, you know, after spending quite a bit of time with you, Callum, I think you're going to be perfect for the role. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds really good, but I've never done like acting or been in front of a camera before. So it was quite nerve-wracking. It was quite nerve-wracking to do my first ever acting gig for an ad campaign that's going to be out early next January, where I'm literally sitting face to face with like this quite massive UK comedian, Dapper Laughs, who, you know, I've been following for years. He's done some really good stuff. So to do that as my first acting gig was very nerve-wracking, but it was so incredibly nice because it was my first time doing it. I just instantly opened up. I was like, guys, you know, it's my first time ever acting. I'm probably gonna suck for the first few takes, but, you know, just take it easy on me. But with, you know, the help and direction of kind of Joe, Dapper, and also Hugh, it turned out really well, and should hopefully make for an excellent ad that's coming out early next year. So that was really cool to get into that. But also, you know, I've been talking with Hugh about getting involved in some more like comedy projects and sketches and stuff, because he does a lot of stuff with, again, Daz Black. If you know Daz Games at all on YouTube, Joe Charman, Leslie Way, there's quite a few people in that network that I'm kind of starting to meet, and they're just all so nice, and it's really nice Just really, really nice kind of having a set of kind of UK-based content creative friends that just get it. They just get it, and that's kind of what I've been doing the last week, is really kind of focusing on that. You know, I had some lines to learn and had to actually figure out the basics of acting, because I've never done it before. But apparently I did, according to Hugh, guys, I did a pretty good job. Like, I mean, it certainly is probably going to be nothing amazing, but like, it wasn't complete shit, and that's what I was going for, guys. I was going for a performance that wasn't complete shit. So like, I feel like, you know, I'm going to buy myself a Papa John's pizza in preparation for that, because that was pretty good there, guys. That was pretty good. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much what I've been up to at the moment in the background. It's kind of getting involved in kind of a little bit of acting, maybe a little bit of writing for comedy sketches, and kind of just figuring out like how stuff works and expanding my skill set and trying to like learn as much as I can, because that's very important for me to develop as a content creator, is knowing as much as I can and being as diverse. So, you know, even if like YouTube tomorrow were to go tits up, then I'd have a skill set that allows me to, you know, do other stuff, get other jobs. Because guys, it is very important, whatever you do in life, you know, never put all of your eggs in one basket. That's a very, very important motto to bear in mind, unless that basket is like really, really fire hot. Then you might want to take a gamble, guys. You might want to put your eggs in that basket, but they might melt. So you just have to make sure it's a good basket, guys. It's a sturdy basket. But apart from that, guys, hope you enjoyed this little vlog update. So that's what I've been up to in the background, just kind of like playing around with different stuff in content creation and media. So hopefully you're going to be able to see, you know, a little bit of an improved Seatin in terms of production quality, and hopefully, you know, as maybe I get a bit better at acting, you're going to see like some better sketches and stuff, and we can do some more high quality production Marvel Contest of Champions goofs. I actually have written a couple that are like really, really good. You guys are going to love them. They are so good. But, you know, they're only relevant for Marvel Contest of Champions. I guess, like, if I wanted to, like, properly sell out, I could just make generically relatable content and post that on Facebook. But, you know, I'm not really at that point yet, and I don't really, like, need to be at that point, because I'm doing pretty well on YouTube, just kind of doing what I love, which is, you know, talking about Marvel Contest of Champions, doing some stuff on the new Transformers game, which I think is really, really awesome. The new Transformers game, if you haven't downloaded it, like, check it out, guys. It is a very, very good game. Again, the worldwide release for that is in spring, but there's both a working Android and iOS link now, so that will be, I'll give you a link to the Facebook community description page in the description of this video, so if you want to check that out, yeah, it will be below. Apart from that, guys, if you've got this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. You are one of the loyal supporters of the channel, and I appreciate that, guys. I really do appreciate that. Again, yeah, guys, if you got this far, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, thank you for watching, take care, and have an absolutely fantastic day.